All right, let's get right into it. Every business leader is grappling with one huge question right now. Is that massive AI strategy you're pouring millions into actually building the future of your company, or is it just a really, really expensive publicity stunt? Let's figure it out.
Look, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. We're starting with this, because the grace period for just experimenting with AI, it's over. Done. Boards, investors, they're sharpening their knives. If you're a leader in this space, your job is very much on the line. And believe me, the clock is ticking.
And this image, well, it just says it all, doesn't it? For the past couple of years, the entire corporate world has been obsessed with chatbots. You know, the flashy, visible front-end toys. But the real value, the stuff that lasts, that's in the AI backbone, the actual central nervous system for your entire business.
Which of course brings us to the money. Because right now, for most companies, AI is a giant money pit. It's a huge cost center, and it's failing the single most important test in all of business, the profit and loss statement. Let's just call it what it really is. Productivity theater. It looks amazing, right? You get some great anecdotes for the annual report, your employees feel like they're on the cutting edge, but behind the curtain, you're just bleeding cash with absolutely no real, measurable impact on that all-important bottom line. So this leads you down two fundamentally different roads. You have to decide, are you building a cute mascot for your company, or are you building its central nervous system? Seriously, the difference between those two things will define your company's future. I mean, the contrast here is just, it's night and day. On one side, you've got the chatbot, the toy. It answers some questions, it creates some nice stories, and it's a cost center. On the other side, you have the backbone, the tool. This thing orchestrates entire business workflows, delivering a real, measurable impact on earnings per share. It actually hits the P&L. One is a liability, the other is a core business asset.
And if you need a more powerful way to think about this, just listen to this. This is not about replacing people to save a couple of bucks. It's about deep, meaningful automation. It's about building systems that take on the most dangerous, the most complex, the highest risk parts of your business, so that your people, the humans, can go home safe.
And all of this, all the spending, all these projects, it's building toward an inevitable deadline. A day of reckoning is coming for every single dollar you have spent on AI. We're calling it the Great AI Audit of 2026. You might want to mark your calendar, because by 2026, the entire conversation in the boardroom is going to flip. Words like potential and possibilities will be totally irrelevant. They will demand one thing and one thing only: profit. So picture it. That day comes, you're standing in front of your board. What's the one question they're actually going to ask you about that big AI initiative?
It's that simple and that brutal. Show me the P&L line. Not the press release, not the cool demo. The only question that will matter is, where, on this financial statement, did this investment actually make a difference? And let me be crystal clear. If your answer can't point directly to one of these three things, your project is dead in the water. Finished. Did it lift revenue? Did it improve our margins? Did it reduce our risk? That's the list. Everything else is just noise.
Okay, so how do you survive this? How do you make sure you're not a casualty? Well, it starts right now. This is not a 2026 problem, it's a this quarter problem. So here it is, your mandate, the survivor's playbook. Now the playbook is simple, but it is not easy. It takes courage. First, you have to run an absolutely ruthless audit of every single AI project in your company. Second, measure every one of them against the P&L. And third, this is the hard part, you have to kill anything that isn't directly tied to the bottom line. No mercy, no exceptions. Use this table as your weapon. For every project, you ask these simple questions. Does it actually drive top-line growth? Yes or no? Does it lower our operational costs? Yes or no? Does it reduce our financial exposure? If the answer is no, no, and no, you know what you have to do. And here's the final, brilliant move. You take every single dollar, every resource, every engineer from those dead-end projects you just killed, and you reallocate all of it to one single mission: building a shared, central AI backbone. You consolidate everything to build the one tool that will actually change your business. So we end right back where we started, with a choice. I want you to look at your budget, look at your teams, and ask yourself this one last question.
Are you spending millions of dollars to fund a collection of cute, disposable toys, or are you actually investing in the future backbone of your entire business? The choice you make this quarter will determine whether you still have a job in 2026.